Hi, it's Karen here. Thank you for joining me. Today I thought we would paint these three cute little guys. They're three little tortoises in the whimsy style. So nice and easy. Not really any colour mixing, but I'll show you as we go along. So let's get started. I hope you've all been having a good week. It's been a bit rainy here, not so good, but hey, you know, that's summer. That's an English summer. This is what I bought. Just a pack of 50 plain postcards. I got these from Amazon, really cheap, and they come all printed up at the back, so nice and easy. But you can use watercolour paper if that's what you prefer. But that's good. So I'm just using my round size 4 brush, and I'm just going into this is cobalt blue, and I'm just dropping randomly 3 little. I've just gone into my pan, and this is Azura blue, which is lovely. I'm going to drop a little bit in there as well, why not? And then I think I'm just going to do a touch, just a touch of purple, just a touch. If you leave some white space, that's absolutely fine. I'm just going to warm that up a bit with a little bit of cerise pink. And I think I'm just gonna warm that up with cerulean blue. Why not? And then I'm going to introduce the little metallic watercolor paints. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of sparkle. So I'm just going to go into this. Unfortunately, they don't come with colours. It's the darker blue in the palette, and I'm just dropping that in. Not really thinking about it too much. Because I just want a little bit of sparkle, just a hint, and I'm just dropping that in. It's not really colour mixing. We're just dropping the colours in, and we're just seeing what kind of reaction the paint, the watercolor paint and the paper, how they play with each other. Really, just seeing if we can get some interesting results, and that's always lovely, isn't it? I'm just going to darken that up a little bit. I'm just going to put a little bit of cobalt in there, just to darken that up a little bit, and that's it. That actually is just, that's all it is. So I'm just going to set this one aside because I can't work on it while it's still wet, but I'll just set that one aside. And this is one that I've done earlier, and it's nice and dry now. Yeah, nice and dry now. I don't think, no, I didn't put any metallics on this, but you can go in after. I think I'll go in afterwards. I'm just going to move my paints out of the way because we've finished with those for the moment. And if you want to, you can use your pencil if you're really not confident of working straight on doing the whimsy tortoises with your fine liner pen. So I'm going to use my fine liner pen, but if you choose to, use your pencil, and then you can go over it. Now I'm going to give him, it's just a round-ish shape, and it's just like that. I'm just going to give him a little eye. And he has 2 little, because they have 2 little nostrils, don't they? And for his legs, they're just this really simple, just a simple shape. Okay, and let's put a little tail on, because they kind of do have tails, don't they? I think we'll do one here, and I think we give him a sleepy tortoise. And again, put his two little, because they have those kind of little bits for their nose, don't they? Just drop his tail in, and again, just make the feet a little bit wider at the bottom, and the one behind, just tuck it just slightly shorter, and again there, and he can be really smiley, this one, and a little tail, and again his feet. Now I'm just going to do a few little dots, just anywhere. Doesn't have to be super precise, but it's just to break up that white paper, and a couple on his tail. He hasn't got very much of a big tail, has he? There, just put a few down his neck. It just breaks up that white paper. Now we're going into their shells, so we can be as creative as we want, and this is where the lovely whimsy doodly thing comes in, and just enjoy the process. Really, it's really nice and easy, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It's a whimsy, and we're having fun with our paints. So I'm just going to do a scalloped edge now, and let's do another one on top. Yeah, let's give him another dot. You can do whichever pattern you want to do, really. I'm just going to darken that up, because why not? Let's just darken that up. Okay, a bit swirly. And on this one, let's give him his skirt again, but I'm going to give him a wavy skirt, I think, this time. And I'm going to just give him a different shape at the bottom of his shell, another wavy line, and we just do these kind of barrel shape, really, and then okay, and that's that one. And this one, let's do some more harlequin-y, diamondy shape. And then just putting his skirt on the bottom of his shell, and again just rounding that off. Okay, and that's as easy as that. I think what I will do is I'm just going to bring the watercolour, the metallics back, and I'm just going to drop in some metallic paint. I'm not being precious with this, I'm just dropping it in where I think, yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, and I'm just going to drop a little bit of the rosy coloured pink in as well, because I think that's quite a nice colour. I'm just dropping it in where I think, where my will takes me. Okay, just bring that up to the camera so you can have a good look. Okay, now I'm going to set this one aside because I want that one to dry, and this is one that I've done on watercolour paper, and I'm just going to do the just do it again so I can show you again when I'm just drawing the shells on. So it's just literally that kind of shape. And again, let's put his feet in. I always think they look like little dinosaurs, really. The only thing is, you'll be thinking, oh, what expression shall I give him? Oh, he's looking a bit glum. I'm going to give him shorter legs, I think, because he's got a longer neck. And I'm just going to do a wibbly line. And then just do his skirt, bottom of his shell, like so. And again, I'm just going to do a straight line on this one. I'm just going to do a scalloped edge. And we'll give him some dots on his. And you can have fun changing your tortoise's shell art to whichever you think works for you. You know, have a play. It's very relaxing actually to do this. It is. It's great fun. And then we'll just put two little ones up here. He's looking up, isn't he? So. Okay, and again just put some dots just to break up that white paper that we've got going on. And then I'm going to do one here because these two are good mates. Oh, he's got a bit of a thick neck, this one, hasn't he? Let's darken that down a bit. I'm not worried about that. It's just fun, and it's not at all precious. And if you think that you've done it wrong, just use your fine liner or your paintbrush if you're using your paintbrush, and just make it a bit darker. Let's do a whimsy line and just do a couple of dots in there. Just put his skirt in. Okay, and finally this little chap here. Okay, so I'm going to set that one aside and bring this one back. I don't know whether you can see the sparkle on that one now. And I'm just going to introduce the paints back again, because we want our tortoises to stand on ground. So I'm just going to get a bit of shadow colour from my palette. I'm just grabbing what I've got really, as long as it's a nice darkish colour, and we're just doing a sweep of our brush just so they can stand on ground. Okay, and I think we'll give them a nice sandy colour. This is raw umber. Oh god, hair on my brush. And I'm not worried about white space. I quite like that. I'm not keeping to the edges or anything. I'm just keeping it really nice and loose and whimsy. Okay. And there we have it. I think should we put a sun in there as well? Why not? Let's just put a little sun in there. Just going to darken that up just ever such a slight bit. Don't want to go too crazy. And there we have it. These three little guys. I'll bring the other one that I did earlier. And there we have it. 3 little tortoises. So there's that one with the metallic shells. And there's these guys. This is still wet, but you can see their little faces. They're great fun to do, nice and easy, and they make people smile, so that's lovely. So I do hope you give this one a go, and hope to see you again soon. So take care. Bye for now. Bye.